All right, guys, let me preface this video with saying this is not how you want to wake up to find your printer or to find your print. So I switched from a 0.4mm nozzle over to a 0.6 to try and get a little more speed out of the printer. So I was printing the more of the maker board to put up on my wall, and I just want to get more speed out of it. I didn't think it needed to be as fine, so I tried a 6mm nozzle. Well, that was my mistake. I don't know if it was that or if it was a bed adhesion problem, but I have not had an issue like this before. So my whole nozzle was gummed up with filament. It was just going everywhere, spaghetti, part of the print was in the floor. You'll see all that, but I'm gonna bring you along and show you how I ended up cleaning up my printer. I put the 0.4mm nozzle back in. It's been printing for a couple hours. Everything's looking good again. So I don't know what I did wrong, but I put it back to the way that it was and everything's going good. So come along with me and I'll show you how I fixed it. So first thing I did is I went in and I turned my nozzle up to 220 degrees. I don't know if that's right. I don't know if, I just don't know what's going on. So I know this is hot, so be careful. But I'm just gonna try to peel. Oh, look at all that. Look at that muckiness. That's horrible. But it does look like it's coming off. But just be careful because, you know, it is hot. I did get a cleaning kit that came with a wire brush. I'm gonna try to brush some of this off. Yeah, that's working. Oh, that's nice. And whatever gunk gets in here, it peels right out because once it cools, it hardens. I guess I can just continue to brush this off. So this is interesting. The nozzle is cooling itself down. I didn't tell it to. So I don't know if that means that it does that on its own, or, you know, after a certain amount of time that you're not doing anything with it, that it changes. That's all gummed up. I want to try and get this out while it's still a little warm, but I certainly do not want to bend it. It's not going anywhere, so I'm gonna have to reheat it up and try to open that hinge. Yeah, we'll see how this goes. Okay, now that I got it back up to temperature, I'm going to try and open it. I'm using these, but I'm not prying at all. I'm just using it to get a hold of it because it's hot. So yeah, see, it's now that everything's warm, it's gonna come right open. Get all that muck out of there, all that filament. This is wild. Okay, so while this thing is hot, I'm gonna turn it off, and then I'm gonna pull the hot end. That's the crap on here that I should probably clean off now while it's warm enough. Whoop! Oh, baby. Yeah. See the tip of this guy? That's hot. This heat sink is not. Go figure, right? It's for dissipating heat. But when you touch this part down here, it's hot and you lose your fingerprints. Try and get some of the crap out of here. Bunch up in there. Hopefully this isn't a problem. There's a bunch up here in the extruder. Okay, it's coming out. Hopefully that's not, it is connected to the reel. Well, since that's connected to the reel, I'm gonna just pull it back through. I got the AMS up here, so I'm just gonna kind of wind it up through it. Okay, and I felt it break loose, so that should be good. There's still some muck up in here in the hinge and all that. Try and very easily get out with this. This is where you can really damage something, so you don't want to go crazy trying to get this stuff out. It will eventually melt out, but you don't want it getting hot and dripping onto one of your prints. And you want to be able to make sure that you can close the mechanism here. Like I've got some over here on this side that is messing with this little hinge guy. Okay, so here is the original 0.4mm hot end, or filament nozzle, whatever term they want to use. So I'm gonna see if I can get this guy in here. And hopefully I didn't mess up any of these hinge mechanisms that hold it in. See, that doesn't look like it's all the way into me. Okay, that closed. See, that's concerning because I didn't want to bend this at all. So I want to make sure it's going in there. All right, so I think I got most of the filament off of the hinging mechanism that holds the hot end, or the nozzle end. So there, got that one locked in. All right, well, luckily I just bought a kit from Bambu Labs that has all the replacement parts for the consumables, and the silicone sock was part of it because I ended up tearing the bottom of this one. You see that there, getting it off. It's not supposed to open up like that. It's supposed to be just a hole for the nozzle to get through. All right, well, we got that back on. I'll throw that over there. Just snap the cover back on, and yeah. So now, while I just had this issue with the printer, I'm gonna take this time, I'm gonna clean everything off. I'm gonna take the rails out, or take the cover off. I'm gonna clean the rails. I'm gonna lube everything up and make sure that everything's nice and good to go. It's a good time to do that because I don't know where filament got. It could be down in the little crevices here, down in these guys. So I'm gonna take that time and I'm gonna start it back up, and then hopefully no more issue. Okay, so I performed some of the maintenance on here, and I'm gonna just kind of show you a little bit of what I did. So I did it just like the manufacturer says. You know, you take the grease, you pop this white cover off here, and you grease the rails. Or I'm sorry, it's not grease, it's oil. You use the grease, which I threw away, on the screws. There, you can probably see it now. So I used them on the screws in here. And then what I did is, you know, I tried to get grease evenly throughout the whole thing. And then I would just take the controls and I would run the Z-axis up and down. I just ran that up and down a couple times just to make sure the grease is evenly dispersed on there. So I'm going to print, I'm gonna hit print on something, and hopefully all the issues are resolved. We'll find out shortly.